So, welcome back to the channel. This is my second video, or second attempt at a video you could say. So it's the second week of the peak. We're ramping things up a bit. Last week was RPE 7, 7.5, and this week is 8. So let's see how it goes and right into this squat session. So right into the squat session, and here is my first working single of 172.5 kilos. And if you watched my last video, you'll know that my peak week is structured basically that I have ascending singles for the squat, bench press, and deadlift. And this week I have singles at RPE 6, 7, and then 8. So this one here was RPE 6, move well. And the next one here, 177.5 kilos, was supposed to be an RPE 7. I did misgroove this one a bit, but it did move well overall, as you'll see here. There. Then I moved up to 182.5 kilos, which matches my PR. So with these PR lifts, I'm always quite nervous, but I have to just calm down and know that I'm strong enough to get this and then just do the lift. So here I set my back in, get tight, set my feet in position, brace, stand up, take 3 controlled steps back, and then a bit shaky there, but I take control, brace, hinge, then do the rep. And here hit depth and it moves okay. Moves decently, so I'm quite happy with that, especially for my match PR. So then after squats, I went right into bench, and same pattern here. I have ascending singles, and my first one here was 105 kilos, supposed to be an RPE 6, but as you see, it moved quite a bit harder than RPE 6. Here, I would say it was around a 7. Looks easy, but it felt hard. Then I added 2.5 kilos, and it actually felt quite similar to the set before, so I was confident enough to load up 110 kilos, which actually is my PR. So here I get set, I set my back into the bench, I find my grip width. And then here I set up my arch, try to get my arch as big as possible. And then I raise my hips up to make the unrack easier. And then I get set, and then I do the rep. 110 kilos, good pause, and then moves quite easily. I was very happy with that, as you can see. And unlike squat, again, I do 2 of my heavier singles for bench, so 110 repeated and moves just as well. So I'm happy with the bench session that day for sure. And so after this, I did some accessories. That was it for the day. So week 2, day 2 of the peak, and it's deadlift day today. I did my squats yesterday and I'm pretty happy. Squat and bench yesterday, happy with both. Hit a PR on bench, 110 kilos. Then match my PR on squat, 182. And it's the next morning, and I'm going in to do some deadlifts. So hope it goes well. Let's get it. So right into the deadlift session the next day, and I'll be taking you through my warm-up here. So everyone has their unique way how they warm up, and this is mine. So firstly, I stretch out. So I open up my hamstrings here, and then after that, my adductors a bit. I'm always quite tight after squat day, so I think this is a very necessary warm-up. Then I move into leg swings. Firstly, a forward emphasis, and then a backward emphasis after. And obviously I do both legs, but only showed one. And here are the side-to-side swings to open up my glutes and hips and adductors and everything a bit. Then I move on to some resistance band here to open up my glutes. And here's the other side for evidence that I actually do both sides. So yeah. So this next drill is, in my opinion, probably the most important for me. So I take a weighted plate. This one's 15 kilos, and then I stretch out my ankles, my hips, my adductors, and everything. And it really helps me open up and feel ready for the day. And here I stretch out my lower back a little bit, and then I go right into the upper back warm-ups. So firstly I do some arm swings. You can't really see well. Well, it is a rookie filming mistake. I am a beginner, but please bear with me. So then I take this plate and try to stretch out my upper back a little bit. I've had some pinching pain in my upper back on the left side recently, so I do this just to make sure. So after all that, I'm ready to get right into the deadlifts, and this is my first working single of 210 kilos. And again, same structure as squat and bench, ascending singles, and this one 210 kilos at RPE 6, moved very well and I was happy. So I moved up to 217.5 kilos, try to set up here, supposed to be an RPE 7, I brace and do the rep. Move very easy, and you see with that smile on my face, I was confident to move on to 225 kilos, which is actually a PR for me. So big lift, And again, every time the weight is a PR, even though it's only 2.5 kilos more than my old PR, I always get nervous. It's a mental thing, but I just have to overcome this. So you can see my setup. I set my legs into position a little bit wider than the rings. Then I find my position by doing kind of an RDL back, then setting my hips down a bit, set my grip, pull the slack to get a feel, brace, slack pull, and then keep position and pull. I was very happy with this lift, as you can see. And after some accessories, that was it for the session. So, deadlift session done, 225, moved well. I'm very happy with that. Things are going great. So next up, we have the last two sessions of the second week of the peak, which are the secondary squat and secondary deadlift days. So here we have the secondary squat day, which is a 2-count pause squat. So here I pause for 2 count at the bottom and then go up. Try to lock in my form as much as possible here, and the rep was looking good, so I was happy with that. This is actually my first time recording a set in the horizontal mode, and I did this because, well, simply because it's going to look better for a YouTube video. I actually feel that it does look good, so I'm quite proud of myself. So yeah, that was it. I did some accessories after that, but then it was into the next day, into the secondary deadlift, which is also a 2-count pause deadlift. So I pause here and then lock out. I was actually quite happy with this set, looked good, and the filming in horizontal mode also looked good. So I was quite happy with this. The deadlifts were also moving and looking very good also. So here's the final rep, 2-count pause, and then quick lockout. Then after that, I went straight into some touch and go bench at 110 kilos, which actually matches my pause PR, but as you can see, it moved worse, but I'll take it. So that was it for the week. So that wraps up the week of training. I'm feeling strong, suspiciously strong actually, but I'll choose to take that as a good sign. So after this, there's one more week of the peak left, then it's the taper, then it's the big day. So hopefully everything goes well. I've been training like 6 months for this day, so put a lot of effort, put a lot of heart into this. So hopefully I get the results I want. But yeah, so that was it for the video, and leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be the 3rd week of the peak. So see you then.